Hello everyone, welcome back to our comparative analysis and strategy class. In this session, we will discuss about the pestle application, okay? I'm guessing that by now you have used it and of course maybe you know, but it's important and relevant to recall this topic while you are applying or even defining your own strategies, okay? So let's take a look in this very important topic. So, part of the introduction involves that, as you know, we have a lot of external things going on in a daily basis that could impact the company. Sometimes those aspects could be positive or negative. And of course, one of the things that we have to recall is that sometimes it's uncontrollable, or I might even say the majority of times it's uncontrollable. So we have to make sure that first of all, we have the vision and the scope of what's going on outside, and more importantly, how I'm going to overcome and of course how I'm going to solve the situations that arise due to these aspects. Okay, so let's take a look by the definition of the pestle. So first of all, it's a tool that usually involves the macro forces or the external forces and things that might not just impacting one organization but multiple ones. Another thing is that we could use it as an advantage or disadvantages, okay? And that it's implicated in a lot of actions that we do on a daily basis, okay? Sometimes we believe that only following the norms and doing things as requested is the minimum, but as you know, there are aspects that we also need to take a look because otherwise we could be outdated in the market, okay? So the pestle is composed by these six elements: the political, economical, social, technology, environment, and legal. Okay? Maybe as you can see, you might see other models that are considering other elements, other are more reduced, but in general, the pestle analysis is essential while doing a business strategy because some things you won't be able to apply, and that happens because the pestle analysis, or at least those environment, those elements of the environment definitely won't allow you to execute. Okay, so try not to lose money, time, and effort, and for that, pestle now becomes a key aspect. Okay, so it's important that you recall this because it will enable you to get better results. Another thing is that at least the pestle, if you check deeply, you're gonna see that nowadays things are impacting us in different ways. The first thing is the known outsourcing. As you know, people or at least businesses are trying to reduce their costs and expenses, and for that they might hire other companies in order to do certain actions and activities of the company in order to what? To reduce the cost. Of course, they might lose control because, I mean, instead of doing it yourself, now you're asking someone else to do it. But anyway, it's something that is happening a lot. And for that, the example that I can help you with is actually this part of the call center. If you have called an airline or maybe Amazon or maybe Best Buy, you can hear that maybe someone from a different accent is answering you. And that's usually because what's happening is that, I mean, first of all, if they want to provide a 24/7 support, sometimes they hire people from other parts of the world so they can solve your questions. Another thing, because it could be cheaper. Okay, so at the end, this type of elements plays a key role while defining the best strategies. No, so this is also something that the PEST model can help you while doing. Is your industry working with this? Yes, no, and of course, in which elements. Another thing is the offshoring. Here, as we can see here, is particularly related with production. Okay, usually if the company is from a specific country, but maybe because of the law, maybe because of minimum wages or anything that you consider, they might decide to move to another country to produce, of course, in getting an advantage. No, something that could be quite easy to analyze is Tesla. No, Tesla, even though that is considered an American company from the U.S., they decide to bring one of the big factories in Monterrey, no, in Mexico, and of course that brought a lot of attention because, as you can see here, even though that the U.S. Is considered a very prosperous, no, country, they also want to invest in our country. Of course, we also need to analyze why they are investing with us, and of course, if it's an advantage or not. Of course, I would definitely tell you, check the current debate that is happening, because others say, like, you know what, they are getting an advantage from us. No, we are not having the best benefits. But anyway, it's something that you need to analyze by yourself in order to develop a critical thinking. Another thing that definitely involves this part of the pestle analysis is knowledge. Okay, how is your industry working with knowledge? Is this something that is relevant? Is this something, I mean, how people are treating their employees, their staff? Others may be hiring, as we were mentioned with outsourcing. Are they hiring people from the outside? And how do they work in order to retain that good asset? Okay, it's something that definitely companies need to know about, how to handle knowledge, and of course, what are the implications in working with people from other parts of the world in a remote distance. No, so in general, we would definitely have to make the analysis of this topic. It's quite peculiar and quite interesting. At the end, the pestle, political, economical, social, technological, ecological, and legal, definitely help us to have a broader perspective. One of the things that I might definitely have to tell you, when you develop a pestle model, a pestle analysis, please do it in quite detail, that your analysis is entitled to your company, to your industry. The worst part that you could be doing is a generic pestle, something that is implicating a lot of companies, a lot of countries at the same time, trying to make it tailor-made, something that your company definitely will be useful for them, and that you know they can provide a proper insight. If you do it correctly, your target market, your strategies will be better executed, and of course, you will know how to handle this type of situations. Again, some things are uncontrollable, maybe unexpected even, but if you have a very good pestle analysis, you are covering a good percentage of those situations. Again, if you have that vision, you will be able to handle better certain situations. Thank you very much and have an excellent day. Bye bye.